Did it work?
Like, there you go.
Thank you for coming. I do call to order the January meeting 2026 of the Lincoln Parish School Board. If everybody would please rise for the invocation and the pledge led by Debbie Abram. Father, thank you for the chance to gather once again. Lord, we just pray, continue to pray for our community. God, we pray for wisdom. We pray, God, that you would guide us and direct us, Father, as we do everything we can to support and encourage our teachers and our students, Father, that we would do all we can for them. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Salute. Pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Before we move any further, we do have, before we adopt the agenda, we do have a change to make to the agenda. And so I would just point out that item number 6.1, which on the agenda says to reject the bid for school food service generators, we're going to change that to accept bid for school food service generators, which would mean we would scratch item 7.1 should that item pass. And so for us to amend this agenda, we do have to have a roll call vote. And so we would need everybody to support that change if we're going to do that at this point. So
Make the motion.
thank you very much. We have a motion. We do that. Donna Doss as a second. Before we do that any further, is there any comment from the guests? Seeing none, Ms. Mary?
Linda Anderson is absent. Hunter Smith,
Yes.
Betha Andrews is absent. George Mack,
Yes.
Debbie Abram. Yes. Danny Hancock,
Yes.
Donna Doss,
Yes.
Danielle Williams,
Yes.
David Ferguson,
Yes.
Clark Canterbury,
Yes.
Rick Phillips,
Yes.
Joe Mitchell.
Yes.
Thank you. So we will change the agenda. Again, for everybody listening or here, we're going to change item 6.1 to accept and scratch item 7.1. Moving forward then with the adoption of that agenda, I would ask that we approve the minutes of December 2nd, 2025 session. Oh, we have to approve the agenda, so now we I apologize for that. So I would take a motion that we approve the revised agenda.
Make that motion.
Mr. Hancock, thank you. Second by Joe Mitchum. Any comments from our guests? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? None. Okay, so now I can move on?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll move on to the minutes. So I would accept a motion that we approve the minutes unless you have any changes that need to be made.
Make the motion.
Thank you.
Second.
And a second by Clark. Any comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no.
No.
Thank you very much. All right, we'll move over to section number 5, the election of officers for 2026. Mr. Superintendent.
We'll turn that over to Mr. Lewis Jones to handle with the office. Thank you.
Before we even bring it up, I make a motion, we table this ordeal. At this time, it's not feasible to vote. Because 2 members are missing. Right now, the racism in this is so rapid, we might need to think about it before we make a motion to accept anybody. I think we should wait a month till all this tension that's been created settle down to where we can make a normal and creative decision. As I said before, none of you people voted for me for school board. And none of you have intentions of never voting for me in school board. But District 2 appointed me to that position. And I'm gonna make these kids a priority no matter what people think. I didn't come here for none of you to like me. I didn't come here for any of you to decide what I do. But you will not at no time see me fail to speak my piece when it concerns kids. Many of you people knew we couldn't read. They thought I was wrong because I brought it up and made a plan out of it. It helped educate every kid in this system. My priority now is this Jump Start program. That is good for nothing and nobody. But you sit here and it's 99.9 graduation rate when 50% or better of them can't even attend a college or a university. But people, if we don't save our kids, they will never be successful at nothing. You ought to see that now. Walking the streets, have no future at all. But we're here to make decisions that's beneficial for every kid in this system. We can't have one person with an opinion about everything. I don't have one. I speak facts and not fiction. Maybe I come on a little strong, but only the strong survive in this society. And if we don't speak up, speak out, we're gonna leave them behind. One, some people don't care. They only Friday night people. Our kids are good to play football, but they're not good enough to get a high school diploma where they can continue to play. I might sound rude, but it's true. Hadn't been for people in the neighborhood, one of them would have never went to college. But we need to join together. If we're gonna make a decision, let's make it right. We had one person who said he might not be as educated as two people on this board. Hell, he's not. So don't bring it up. Don't draw attention to yourself. If you want to sell out, do it the right way. Don't use us for a crutch. And one of them he hates because we speak out. Personally, that's his problem. But he speaks out negatively to create animosity from the south to the north. Look, we're supposed to be a community of people, not a select few. And this is why I vote no on these minutes. None of this is never printed. They print everything to make it seem like it's lovey-dovey when it's not. Now, I know one person to print the truth, but all I'm saying is, let's do it the right way. Let's don't force something down people's throats. Let's not get angry because of one person running their mouth. I'm gonna take my seat, and I hope what I say it will benefit us all.
Thank you, Mr. Ferguson. Mr. Ferguson did ask that we table this, item on the agenda. Do I need, I can assume a second?
That was a motion, Mr. Parish.
I make a motion, we table this, vote
Yes,
for, officers to next month.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor that we table this item. Do I hear a second?
I second.
All right. Dr. Williams does have a second, so we do have a motion and a second. So do we have any comments from the audience? Any comments from the board?
No guarantee that there'll be 100% attendance next month.
There's no guarantee that any of us will be reelected in December 2026 either. I think you ought to let them people make the decision. You know, because we're not gonna be here.
Nope.
We're not gonna be here to make a choice of anything. But as I said before, if we don't speak up and speak out, but I don't have to say anymore. The proof is always in the pudding.
Anything else? All in favor of tabling this motion to take a vote? Does it need to be unanimous, or does it just, all in favor of tabling this motion, would you say aye?
Aye.
All against tabling this motion, would you say no?
No.
Okay.
Now you see where it's coming from.
Okay, so that motion fails. So if we would continue on then, number 5, election of officers for 2026. Mr. Jones?
You mind if I stand right here and do it, or you want me
No,
somewhere
sir,
else?
that's fine.
All right. Here's the procedure that we will adopt. In just a minute, I'll open the floor for nominations. We'll start with president. You don't need to raise your hand. You don't need to be recognized. Just if you want to nominate somebody, just give me a name. We will continue accepting nominations until somebody moves that nominations are closed. If there's a second to that, we'll have public comment. At that point, you'll comment not only on the motion to close the nominations, but also the nominations themselves. That'll be your time to comment on both of those. Once we finish that, board members, you can comment on the motion to close nominations. Once you finish commenting on that, we'll take a vote on that. Then you can comment on the nominations. Once you finish that, we'll vote. The way we'll vote, the order that the nominations are received is the order that we will start voting. I won't just say, who do you vote for, and you pick any nominee. We'll start with one nominee, and you'll vote yes or no. If the first one gets a majority, that's the new officer. If not, we'll go to the second nominee. Anybody have any questions? All right.
I have one.
Yes, sir.
In a round, how many times can one individual be recommended?
Well, we only need them nominated once until there's a vote. And then if there's a vote and nobody gets it, we'll open it up for nominations again. They can nominate the same person.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Thank you.
You are. All right. Nominations for the office of president.
Greg Phillips.
All right. Any others?
Linda Henderson.
Any others? Greg Phillips and Linda Henderson.
Now you need a motion to close that? I'll make a motion, we close nominations.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to close nominations. Comment from the public on either the vote on the motion to close nominations or the election of Mr. Phillips or Ms. Henderson. Any public comment? All right, members of the board, comment only on the motion and second to close nominations at this point. All right, we'll vote. All in favor of closing the nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. All right, nominations are closed. So we will vote first on Greg Phillips for president. We'll need 6 for it to pass.
Roll call.
We'll do a roll call vote. So yes vote is yes for Mr. Phillips, no is no to Mr. Phillips only. If he doesn't get 6 votes, we'll move to Linda Henderson.
Okay, Linda Henderson is absent. Hunter Smith,
Yes.
Bertha Andrews is absent. George Mack,
Yes.
Debbie Abram. Yes. Danny Hancock,
Yes.
Donna Doss,
Yes.
Danielle Williams.
Yes.
David Ferguson,
Who we voting for?
Landon Henderson.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
Greg.
Oh, I thought it was,
Voting on Greg.
Oh,
you said.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I said she was absent.
Oh, okay, absent, no,
okay, my vote is no.
yeah, no.
Okay, Clark Canterbury. Greg Phillips,
Yes.
Sir Mitchell,
Yes.
8 yeses.
Okay, 2, so Mr. Phillips is the new president. There's no need to vote on Linda Henderson. All right, we'll follow the same procedure. This time it will be for vice president. This time I'll open the floor for nominations.
Oh, y'all already
Donna
decided. Y'all already decided. They gonna name somebody. Y'all already decided on the phone.
We have Donna Doss nominated.
No, I decline.
So all this racial tension, who was on
She
it?
certainly can. Any nominations other than Ms. Doss?
Make the motion, we close.
All right, do we have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and second to close nominations. Public comment on closing the nominations and before we vote on Ms. Doss for vice president.
Do we need to vote if there's nobody else?
We at least need to let the
At
public.
least the public, you know,
Yes,
we
of course.
put it mud deal. Not that we accept
And-
none of this garbage going
I
on.
would say yes. Any public comment? All right, board.
I've been coming to this board meeting probably as long, if not longer, than most of you in this room. And I've never, ever seen this kind of thing from the Lincoln Parish School Board. We told you way back when, about the tension being around this table. And it's not getting any better. I'm talking about not getting any better at all. And you know, that was a time that a handshake would take care of everything. You know, we've always, and you know it, if we had one race as the president, the other race would be the vice president. That's just been a common thing, an agreement that's been made through the years. And come in here tonight and to see what I've just witnessed, I never would have thought I could have lived this long to see it. I thought we might have had the board and its decisions headed down the right path. So I guess the only thing left is to sue again. That's right.
Any other public comment?
Yeah, I'd like to say something.
Yes, sir.
Big coach, y'all know me. I went to the police jury. It was a mess. Racial tension. Y'all didn't get nothing done. The big coach got on the police jury. And I say, I vote according to, as I call it. That's my daughter right there, raised her, okay? Now, I raised her to have her own opinion and to make sure she do the thing the right way. When I first came to Russell 40 years ago, I started not to come because of so many racial tension. But I came because of one guy. Chick Chisel gave me a vision what he wanted to do, and I said, I need you to help me do this. And I came here, 4 state championship later, played for 5. In the Ruston, over in Ruston, I got a scholarship named after the kids came and asked for that. I got a call from players, white, black players all the time, this big coach. We gotta get past that. I helped fix the police jury because it's messed up. You know it's messed up. I get people on all sides tell me, big coach, thank you. Because I had some folks that wouldn't make decisions, and wouldn't go to that race. I know I'm not a part of that. I'm not gonna do that. That's not what I believe in. Because at the end of the day, I got to call in for this. Y'all need to fix it. That's not right. It's not right what you're doing now. Y'all need to get together. And the problem you got with this, you got a superintendent, you got a president and a vice president have to get together. You had Courtney, you had Scriber, you had me. We got together. We made some tough decisions. Not the board. Y'all 3 got to get together. Y'all ain't together. You sitting there, we finna grow. Listen, I'm sitting up there on the police jury. We finna grow big time in Lincoln Parish. I told Courtney, I told Scribe, I said, one thing I want to do, I want to be informed about everything going on. They let me do that. They did not miss nothing like big coach E. And one thing I missed on the police jury, and I was in Canada when I went to DC. People come to school for several things, for communities, the hospital, healthcare, which is critical here, school system, and now we're working on the juvenile justice program here that I'm heading up. I said, Courtney, we got to fix this. We got too many 15, 16-year-olds getting arrested. And y'all talk about this because it's not a good image. Let's go, baby.
Any other public comment? All right, board members comment on the vote to close nominations. All right, all in favor of closing nominations, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
We're opposed, but we're not in the majority as you.
All right.
So what difference does it make?
Now, the board can make comments or discussions regarding the vote on Donna Doss as vice president.
Look, I have no faults in Donna. Donna is educated enough to move us forward. She did the testing. She was principal. She was an educator. Maybe the fear is some of us have too dang much education and not in the wrong color, you know? But I have faith that Donna will do what's right. But it's all these folks that whisper on the telephone and call people. It's in the streets. Yeah, we know who called. We know the suckers that agreed to it. And it's a shame. But I told one, I might go to hell for me talking, but it's gonna be a bunch of you in line with me. I'm through. Yeah. Talking waste time. But it's one thing. I would not never shut up. And the suckers sitting at this table is gonna make me shut up. All it did was intensify everything you do. And it better be concrete and to the point. I don't ask questions because I want to. I ask questions because you don't involve all the student body into the testing. You know, these subgroups are made up of children of color. That's why I asked a question. But some of us are so ignorant, we don't know what I'm talking about. They deserve an education too. Besides Friday night football and hamburgers being cooked. My suggestion, I'm gonna give you a little advice. Lincoln Prep, you heard about it in the past. They have revamped the whole school administration. And my advice for them is to send all them kids back to Union, Jackson, Beagle, and Cleveland Parish, and open the door for our kids. And they talk about the teachers. We're gonna accomplish that problem too. Because if we don't save them, something ain't gonna save them. Now, yeah, let's get out of here. Blood pressure going up.
Your blood
Any other
sugar.
comments or discussion from the board? All right, we'll do a roll call vote. It takes 6 votes to pass.
Linda Henderson is absent. Hunter Smith,
Yes.
Oath Andrews is absent. George Mack,
Yes.
Debbie Abram, yes. Danny Hancock,
Yes.
Donna Dawes,
Yes.
Danielle Williams,
Yes.
David Ferguson,
Yes.
Clark Canterbury,
Yes.
Greg Phillips,
Yes.
Joe Mitchell.
Yes.
Just did it.
Unanimous, Donna Doss is new vice president. Thank you, Mr. President.
Oh, no, not yet. Do we do it now? Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the agenda item 6.1 to accept bid for school food service generators. Ms. Duke?
Thank you so much. I apologize for all the confusion. These are federal funds that we're dealing with. But the school board, Mr. Edmiston came to the board and requested in June permission to advertise bids for school food service generators. These generators were being purchased through FEMA hazard mitigation funds that were awarded to the school board under the emergency declaration for the 2019 Ruston tornado. Bids were advertised. We received one bid response, and that was from Ronald Shaw, the amount of $614,679. And that amount, even though it was a single bid, was below the engineer's estimated project cost in total. We reviewed the process with legal counsel and in reviewing the federal law in regards to competition and through the bid process, and they feel like that we have met those requirements by following the state bid law in this process. So we just needed clarification for that, and that's kind of a little bit of why a little bit of confusion on accepting this bid. So therefore, the recommendation would be to accept the responsive bid from Shaw for the purchase and installation of school food service generators at 6 of our school sites.
All right, so we have a request that we approve that? Do I get a motion that we approve those bids for the service generators?
So,
So moved by Connor, second by Joe Mitchum. Any comments from the audience? Any questions or comments from the board?
Where are they located?
The schools, the schools,
No, the Ronald Shaw,
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Charles Route.
What are the 6 sites on the superintendent?
it's Cypress Springs, Glenview, Ruston Junior High, Ruston High School, Shooter Elementary, and Simsboro.
Do we not need one of the labels?
We originally did estimates for all the school sites, but due to the limited funds that we have in FEMA, the selected schools within, school district region.
So we tried to get like the biggest ones we could,
Yeah.
that we could move food to and try to save as much as possible. So like we got one in Silsboro, one between the shooter schools, and then the biggest coolers we had in Ruston to move food to if we have another, like we had the ice storm
Right.
or the summer where the electricity was out for a week, so we could move it. We'd like to have one at every school, but with the FEMA money that we had, we could only do 6 schools.
So
Right now,
where are we with respect to that situation like this?
as far as putting one in,
Yeah,
the generator.
right.
I mean, we're not planning to put one there right now, just
Okay.
because we've got the junior high, and if we have an outage, we can move food from there to the junior high and have enough storage space.
Okay.
We didn't have enough, if we did it at I. Lewis, to move food for us in junior high home.
Okay.
They just don't have as big a cooler as they have at
Right.
the junior high. Yes,
Thank you.
yes, sir.
All right, anybody else? We have a motion and a second that we approve that. So all in favor, say aye. I did already. You did.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay, sorry.
All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, say no. All right, that item is passed. Thank you very much. We'll move to item number 7.2, which is to approve the guidelines for distribution of the differentiated compensation stipends. Say that 3 times fast. Juanita Duke.
Okay, the 2025 legislature approved funding again to pay differentiated compensation stipends to eligible certified teachers for the 25-26 school year. The amount of funds awarded was $151,802. We are requesting that amount, distribution amount be set at $420 for each eligible teacher, but before distribution can be made, the board has to adopt the compensation plan and make it part of our 25-26 salary schedules. And that is provided in your packet, the guidelines for the distribution and the qualifications for receiving that stipend payment. That payment will be made with our February payroll, February 25th of 2026. The recommendation is to approve the guidelines for distribution of the differentiated compensation stipends and to authorize the amendment to the 25-26 salary schedules to include this plan.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have a motion that we approve this guideline?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Hancock. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, we'll give that one to Mr. George Mack Jr. Any comments from the audience? Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye. Any opposed, say no. That item passed. Thank you, Juanita. Keep going on to item 7.3, to consider paying agent resolution for the Ruston School District number 1.
Okay, we received a request from Orland Bank. They've actually submitted a resignation as being paid agent for 2 of our general obligation bonds. It's the school refunding bonds in the Ruston School District, Series 2015. The original amount issued was $4.5 million, and Series 2016 for $635,000. These were basically refinancing bond issues, and they were directly placed with Origin Bank. So Origin Bank was actually the named paying agent and bondholder of these issues. With Origin Bank changing their structure, they are no longer wanting to be the paying agent on these bonds, and they are recommending that be transferred to Argent Trust, which for us, it makes sense because Argent is the paying agent for all other remaining bonds for the school system. And Argent is in agreement in doing that at no additional cost to the school board. So we'd like to request you approval of the resolution that you have attached in the packet there to designate Argent Trust as the paying agent for the Series 2015 and 2016 General Obligation School Refunding Bonds for the Ruston School District.
Thank you very much. We do have a recommendation that we change the agent from Origin Bank to Argent Financial. Do I hear a motion that we approve that change?
So moved.
So moved by Debbie,
Second.
second by Clark. Do we have any comments or any questions from the board members? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Any opposed, say no. Okay, that is approved. Thank you very much. Okay, we're gonna go to the next item, which is to consider adding 2 additional health clinics. Justin Barron, thank you.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to talk about adding clinics, obviously, but I wanted to give you a quick update on what we've seen in the past, or year to date, I guess, for the 6 clinics that we currently have. So just a reminder, we have clinics at Cypress Springs, Glenview, Hillcrest, I. Lewis, Ruston Elementary, and Ruston Junior High. And the Wynn community or Trinity community folks are here just to kind of represent. So if you've got additional questions around this data, feel free to ask them. But they currently employ 15 folks across those 6 campuses. They have seen through those clinics, it's not 1,168 students, but they've had 1,168 encounters with kids. And they also have about 1,000 consents on file. So 1,000 people have opted into services, and they've seen about 1,100 kids, or had 1,100 encounters as a part of that. They've done things like provided faculty and staff with the opportunity to receive the flu vaccine, and then they're also in the process of being set up to provide students, if consent is granted, with appropriate immunizations. We've also done some things on multiple campuses around sports physicals. In fact, that's been a really popular thing for our campuses. They prepare for upcoming athletic seasons, and it's been a really convenient thing for folks to do, or for parents to participate in and get those physicals to make sure our kids are safe heading into athletic seasons. So that's just a quick update on data. One more thing, attendance is in your portfolio for the last month, but attendance year to date has held consistently high. So we average 94 to 96% attendance rate, which is pretty good. Obviously, there's room for improvement, but that's pretty strong attendance for students. And we've also seen an 8%, and while this can't be directly attributed to the clinics, we've seen an 8% decrease in teacher absences of some sort, whether it be full day or half day absences. And those are sick days specifically. So year to date, so the first semester last year compared to first semester this year. So we've seen some positive things in terms of students attending, and as well as staff being present on campus as well.
What was the attendance rate you said again?
So we hover between 93 is on the low end. It's really 94 to 96. Or if you can see, I actually listed, or I provided you guys with a copy of December attendance. And before I get to before I get to the meat of the matter, I do want to point out Duboc. You'll see that they're a little bit low for the month of December. They had a little bit of illness heading around, and so what we feel like is what I'm about to talk to you about next would be very helpful in those instances. But anyway, so Wynn Community Health Center would offer 2 additional health clinics for Lincoln Parish schools. That would be at Duboc and at Ruston High. So rural Duboc, where we've seen that the recent illness, and then 20% of our population is at Ruston High School. So Duboc and Ruston are the 2 campuses we're part of in here. All students will have the option to participate. Again, it's optional, not forced. It's just provided as a resource for parents to participate in Lincoln Community Healthcare clinics. Students participating would have no out-of-pocket expenses. That's been true of our staff as well. They're able to visit those faculty, staff, and immediate family are able to visit those clinics and receive care at no out-of-pocket cost. These services will be provided, like I said, to the school board, other than to provide space and utilities to deliver services on site. And like I said, they can be provided to school employees as well across the district. So it is our recommendation the board authorize the superintendent to execute an addendum to the original MOU with Lincoln Community Health, or Lincoln Community Health Center, aka Lincoln Community Health Center, to expand access to those services for those students. And like I said, I've got the Trinity folks here if you guys have additional questions for them.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Justin, for that. Again, the request is that we amend the original MOU to include Dubach and Ruston High School to that contract. So do I have a motion that we approve that addendum? So moved by Mr. George Mack Jr. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Hancock. Do we have any comments from the public?
Does this increase any sort of cost to the parish in any way?
That's my question.
No, yeah, that's not provided. I'm sorry, there's no cost to the
No
district
cost.
outside of providing space. That's
Place and utilities.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Did you have a comment? Anybody?
I think his question was the same around cost.
I have a question. When is Simsbury going to be considered?
We tried to go along with the attrition of when some nurses leave and when we have openings, but Simsboro would be next. We have a full-time nurse there for the entire school, so Mr. Canterbury had already presented that to me, but that would be next to add if we so move.
Thank you.
How many staff at Ruston High School in that clinic?
I think they would look to have 3, similar to what we have on our other campuses. I mean, obviously there's roughly 1,200 kids there, so I think that's probably a starting place, and then additional staff.
Thank you.
And would that start at the next school year?
Correct.
So a year from now, basically, or
Give us 6 months to get some things in place, and then get it up and running for next year.
it feels like school just started.
Yeah, I'd like to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
I have seen the success of that program firsthand because I do have a daughter-in-law that teaches, and it is unbelievable. And I am so proud. This is the best New Year's present that I have received as District 4 representative, that you will be coming to Dubach. So thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
And the comments,
Yes, go ahead.
the comments from the public have been, we've received a lot of, don't get me wrong, there's been a few hiccups along the way that we've had to work through, as with any new program. But the feedback that we've received from parents, from staff, it really has been phenomenal. You know, it's not often that you do things that that people feel really good about. And that's the feedback that we've gotten, is that it's really been an asset for them. They appreciate it.
Do you have many parents who don't sign the agreement?
I mean, we have,
Some?
yeah, like I guess with anything else, it's just a physician's, like when you go to the doctor's office, it's just a consent. I won't speak for you guys, but it's just like I filled it out for my daughter. It's just a consent like you would fill out when you go to the doctor. And I do think it's important that we acknowledge it. We do respect that there are students and their families who really have close relationships with their physicians, and we want for them to continue to see them. And those are the folks who generally would not fill out the consent.
Again, I say thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone else? All right. All in favor, would you say aye?
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Thank you. That item passes. We'll move on to item 7.5, to consider policy revisions. Mr. Young.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips. All right, so the following policy revisions are being recommended through the outcomes of the legislative session for 2025. Got a few here. So the first was BCBB, notification of board meetings. Act 374 clarifies requirements for public notice of board meetings. The requirement for school boards is to notify the commissioner of administration. That has been removed. DJ purchasing. Federal law states that school boards are prohibited from contracting or awarding bids to any person or company using federal assistance funds if they're debarred or suspended, as verified through SAM. I think the business department do a good job of doing that now, verify who you do business with. EBBC, Emergency Crisis Management. Act 425 requires school boards to submit certain required information to local law enforcement agencies and emergency preparedness offices for use in response to emergencies. GBC, also GBN, and also GBRA are related to us employing, not employing people that are on the DCFS registry as having a substantiated claim of child abuse and neglect. So those three are kind of lumped together. GBRK, annual leave, it removes the cap on the number of annual leave days an employee can take within the last 30 days of employment. JGCF, behavioral health support for students. So this Act 469 allows school boards to offer mental health screenings for all K through 12 students if funding is available. This is not going to be an item for voting tonight. I ask that you study it. If you have any questions, reach out to me and we'll take action next month on February 3rd.
Thank you very much. So again, we will revisit this next month for voting. So we're not going to take action tonight. All right, we'll move on to item number 8.1, personnel. Dr. Lewis.
Mr. President, this month's report will have my administrative recommendation, 2 faculty and staff retirements, 2 faculty and staff resignations, 2 faculty and staff recommendations, 1 faculty point of reference, 1 child nutrition recommendation, 1 maintenance retirement, 1 maintenance resignation, and 1 transportation retirement.
Thank you very much. Ms. Duke, I'm going to give you the next 4 items.
Okay, so the first item is an annual report that we make, and it's on our annual continuing disclosures that we file with the Securities and Exchange Commission, basically. It's the municipal rules and securities board, and they require us to file these reports as part of the bondholder agreements that we update, provide updated information on financial information and certain demographic information about each taxing district that the bonds are actually issued in. And so just quickly, I'm just going to go through the 3 reports that we file for each of the taxing districts that we have general obligation bonds issued, starting with Ruston School District number 1. There are currently 4 bond issues. There are 4 covered under this report. Total outstanding aggregate principal for these general obligation bonds is $33.59 million. And I mean, you've seen these before, but just kind of hit the highlights on some of these areas. If you flip to the second page of that, item number 5, it shows our taxable assessed valuation in the district for the 2025 tax roll is $399 million. We look down at item number 6, our collection record for the past 5 years. We have great collection in our Ruston taxing district from taxpayers who pay their property tax bills of 99% higher on average. Item number 7 basically shows the millage rates that for the bonds and in Ruston School District number 1 that were issued by the school district, but then also there's overlapping tax rates, property tax rates that from other taxing bodies also, just to get a total view or picture of the taxes that are levied in this same region. Flipping over to the next page, number 8, again, we're reporting the 10 largest taxpayers within the Ruston School District number 1. Total assessed valuations for these 10 largest taxpayers is at $38.5 million, which represents about 8.79% of the assessed valuation in the district. Okay, and you can just review that. Again, these are required to be filed by December the 31st, and they were filed on time for that, and we're just providing this for your information. Simsboro School District number 3, we have only 1 issue outstanding, which is the most recent issue for Series 2023 general obligation bonds for $10 million. We have approximately 73.1 in taxable assessed valuation in the Simsboro School District number 3. Again, collections are well over 99% of the tax bills that were sent out to taxpayers. The 10 largest property taxpayers in the district amount to approximately $1 million in assessed valuation on the 2025 tax roll, which is equal to approximately 1.26% of the total assessed valuation in the district. For Shudrint, we have one outstanding issue that's reported on, and I'm sorry, two outstanding issues that are reported on. The series, refunding series 2016, and our most recent issue for $2 million for the series 2024 general obligation bonds. Total outstanding principal is $5,070,000 for those issues. Total taxable assessed valuation, item number 4 on the following page, is around $58.9 million, and again, collections are at 99% or higher for payments of tax bills in that district, in school district number 6 as well. Again, we show the trends of the millage rates for the school system, and then also for the other taxing bodies in that district. Again, the top 10 largest taxpayers in that area account for $3.86 million of assessed valuation, which is approximately 5.49% of the total assessed valuation in school district 6. Again, that is just for your information. If you have any questions or want to talk about that, I'll be glad to do that. And if I don't know an answer about something, I'll research and get back to you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next report is the sales tax report for collections for the month of December. December collections are up 13.29% compared to December of last year. Overall, we've collected approximately 51.5% of total collections from the previous year. And overall increase in collections for the fiscal year to date is 7.34%. All right, moving on to our financial reports. For the general fund, total revenues that have been realized through November 30th is approximately 34%. Again, expenditures are really right there close at about 35% of total budgeted expenditures. For our special revenue funds, including grant funds and some special dedicated tax funds, approximately 20% of revenues have been received or recognized, and expenditures are right at 35% as well. For the health fund for the month of November, total planned expenses are approximately 1.3 million. Total for the year, and this is 11 months of the year, because we're reporting on the planned year, is approximately 14.7 million compared to 15.8 million, which is where we were this time last year. So we have a positive change in net assets for the month of November of $135,000, and for the year 1.4 million compared to the previous year's decrease. And those are the financial reports.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Superintendent.
Okay, of course, the end of the second 9 weeks of midterm is next Friday, the 16th. So we will be halfway through the school year at that point. We are working with Fiberbond over in Minden. I'll be contacting you as board members if you'd like to take a trip over there to see that and hear what they have to offer for kids. As far as job opportunities, this would be for kids that are in Jump Start, and the opportunities that they have. We're working closely with them to try to prepare kids that will be ready to go to work there. So as soon as we get a date and a couple of dates, I will be in contact if you would like to go and hear that and see that. And then I just think from the comments tonight, I think I want to say that I'm proud of our school system. I know that I've been to a lot of meetings with businesses that are looking to come to Ruston. And every meeting I've been to, like the school system, is a shining point for encouraging them to be here and to move here and to come here, as we saw with many businesses. So I think we're positioned in a great spot as far as our public school system in Lincoln Parish to attract businesses and prepare kids to leave our schools and go into college or the workforce. So
That includes the Jumpstart kids as well.
that does. There's a lot of jumpstart opportunities out there. Mr. First.
Opportunities they gonna have in Jumpstart.
Well, like if you want to take this trip to Fiberbond and hear these people talking about the salaries they're talking about
I'm
at the
not
front end,
asking Fiberbond, I'm asking you.
I mean, I'm
They
telling you,
have to be trained with a skill in order to do anything.
correct.
They have to be able to read to perform on any job.
Correct.
I don't care if it's picking up brick.
Correct.
You hear me?
And I'm proud of the job that our teachers do for
I'm
all of
proud
our
of them
kids
too.
in Lincoln Parish.
But Paul, feel all of them. Don't feel a hand.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to do it for all of them, every
They
one of
do
them.
it. Just like you did reading, bring that up to Paul. That's all I ask.
And that's all we're trying to do every day.
Handle it. That's all I ask you to do.
We will.
So, to reiterate what Mr. Ferguson is saying, when I attended the national conference, they talked about over 50% of your agenda should be academic driven. And so I'm looking at the agenda and we have nothing related to academics. So that's one of the things that we want to see is academic updates consistently so we can communicate to the parents and communicate. We can always give opinions, but we need to have academic updates so we can be able to give tangible examples to parents and the community what we're doing to move the system forward.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone else? Any comments from the board?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I hear a motion, we adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, thank y'all. We'll call this meeting.
Happy New Year, Bird. What'd you say? Say it in the paper. Say it in the paper. Say it in the paper. I said happy, I said happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Y'all remember when we wanted to sing it right after
Say it
go
loud
like
enough
a
for the
child?
paper.
I see it as you. Keep that sucker away from you. Created all these problems.